Hey everyone, it's Rick Rose, your Dane County Supervisor from District 16, coming to you live on tape, so to speak. Unrehearsed, unplanned, top of my mind thoughts from last night's Dane County Board meeting. It was a wonderful evening. That would be the meeting of March 2nd. It was a wonderful meeting in that we started an hour early, about 6 o'clock, with the chili cook-off. It was just a tradition the supervisors do that we were able to hold, and whoever wins the best tasting chili donates their money to a cause. We all chip in $5. And Chair Miles won the cook-off and donated his money that he received as donations to the Rainbow Project. So thanks, Chair Miles. It was a wonderful evening. Then about 6:30, the mayor of Madison, Satya Conway, joined us, along with some other folks, including the artist of a portrait dedicated to Dick Wagner. Now, Dick Wagner, for those that don't know, passed away a couple of years ago. He was a pioneer in politics, so to speak, here in Dane County. He was the first out Dane County supervisor, the first out Dane County board chair, worked a lot with the mayor, worked a lot with the county board in doing the right thing for our community. So he was honored last night with a painting that now hangs outside the second floor board chambers as part of the Madison mayor's office. They are able to purchase great art in that office and commission this piece. It's just a continued legacy to remind us of the great work that Dick Wagner had done. Unfortunately, I've never met Dick, but I feel his spirit alive. Supervisor Ritt has talked highly about him. I know many other supervisors, including Supervisor Erickson, worked closely with him on so many things. So my heart goes out to Dick in memory. And if anyone gets the chance, hop in the City County building and check out his wonderful portrait by a wonderful artist, dedicated by a wonderful mayor here in the city of Madison. A couple items that were on the agenda last night. One related to a resolution that was passed on an ordinance that we had in place for a while on travel bans to states that are not LGBT friendly. Back in the day, I think this was authored, or I know Supervisor Ritt and Erickson, who I referred to earlier, were a part of its passage. They created it back in the day when there was just a handful of states, if even, maybe one or two, that were doing anti-gay measures and legislation. So at that time, it made sense to ban travel there. The county was not allowed to send its workers, county board members, politicians, whatever, to those locations. With time, I took a look at it. At the same time, Erickson took a look at it. We went to Chair Doyle of Personnel and Finance, talked to her about it. We reworked it. And basically, after trying to change it, we realized it's just inefficient. The reason I co-sponsored this was because it just created havoc for county board employees to trying to make this happen. It came to my attention by one of our wonderful directors who was limited to go to certain conferences that were held in states that were anti-gay, so to speak, but we're providing conferences that would help in great professional development in this particular area. So that ban is gone. If anyone wants to discuss it further, please message me, write me, call me, whatever. You have the way to reach me on my blog, as well as Facebook, Twitter, however you want to reach out to me. And we can talk more about that. That was the big things last night. We also had a moment of celebration for 34 Dane County employees who celebrated 25 years of service, having started in the county in 1997. Folks from the Equity Office, folks from the Zoning Office, Parks and Land and Water Office were honored, as well as other folks. So my heart goes out to all of you who have committed a quarter of a century of service to Dane County. We are so grateful to have you here. That also led to a vote last night on, let's see, it was number 59. So that would be Resolution 59, which was really a Bill of Rights for Dane County employees. And it passed with 1 no. The rest of us present, I think we had a quorum of about 33 maybe last night. So over 30 votes in support of this. We want to thank our union brothers and sisters who came to speak to it and why it was important. And so that passed last night in Employee Bill of Rights. If you would like more information on that, again, reach out to me. Lastly, I want to talk about a couple pieces of legislation we're looking at. One is very much a part of a movement we're having here in the county for protection of transgender rights. So that will be coming out soon. It was inspired to me to take a look at this as a sponsor of this soon-to-be resolution that will go before the board. That was based on what California did. The governor out there, Governor Newsom, created a transgender sanctuary for families that were wanted to leave their states that were full of hate regarding surgeries, regarding parents being jailed literally for allowing their children to opt for surgery and hormone treatments. So we want to do a similar thing in Dane County, and you'll see it's becoming more sweeping. I want to thank some other fellow board members for being a part of it, and our corp council is a big part of crafting this. So more to come on that. And I'm also working, after reading an article by two incredible authors in ProPublica, this article also made it to all of the front pages of the papers here in Wisconsin, owned by USA Today. So you could catch it in the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel. You can Google search some topics I'm going to mention here, or go to ProPublica and read this wonderful story. It is about a young 8-year-old Nicaraguan immigrant working on a farm here in the community of Dane, here in Dane County, who a few years ago was killed in a tractor accident. A tractor ran him over. And his father was credited, if you will. I don't mean credited in a positive way, but his father was positioned as the person that ran him over, not by choice by any means, but by accident. And that came about because the deputy sheriff wasn't able to translate Spanish, and she misinterpreted what he was saying. Years later now, it has come to fold that he was not the person to run his son over. And we are taking a hard and heavy look at this to make sure Spanish and other languages are available in translation, and to set up a protocol. So the sheriff's department, for instance, in this case, knows when to call in a Spanish speaker or a Hmong speaker, for instance, to handle these types of situations. So I want to thank those authors for bringing it to our attention, and we're doing some work on that. Any other things you want to talk about, let me know. We're almost hitting the 1-year mark. We're about 1 month away from me being selected by you and elected by fellow residents in District 16 to serve on your board. So just know we'll be working toward next year's campaign. Haven't made an official announcement yet, but I'm sure it's to come soon in some way, shape, or fashion. In the meantime, you will be getting a newsletter recapping the year behind us. Alex, my policy and former campaign manager, but now policy manager, will be putting that together along with me and sending it out to you soon. So have a great day. Again, here's to Chair Miles for his wonderful chili and donation to the Rainbow Foundation. Thanks, guys.